Mike Moore Media, the first place to hear Rockingham County news and information.
I'm visiting with Dr. Nurica Good at Good Smiles, her family dentistry practice in Mayodan. She's on the line now. Hello, Dr. Good.
Good morning. It's so great to talk with you, Mike.
Oh, it's so good to talk to you as well. We certainly want to find out about Good Smiles, but first we want to find out about Dr. Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Okay, sure. So I am from Kernersville. I grew up here. And Mayodan is similar to what Kernersville once was, I think, in terms of being a small town. And honestly, I loved my dentists growing up because they knew me, and I could truly feel like I felt like they cared. And so long story short, I went to Davidson College and worked for a while and decided that what I was doing wasn't quite right for me, and I decided to go to dental school. So I went to UNC Chapel Hill School of Dentistry. And after that, I did an advanced education in general dentistry residency at the Medical College of Georgia. And then I worked in a bunch of places. But again, I really wanted to be in a small town, and I wanted to practice how my dentist practiced growing up in Kernersville. And I tipped for Dr. Johnson, and it was a great fit, Mike. It was the patients were wonderful. And I only temped there for 2 days, and I loved it. And the patients were wonderful, and the staff was fabulous, and it was how I envisioned practicing dentistry. So that's kind of how I got to Mayodan. It was just by chance, and it just seemed to be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity.
Well, it's interesting. Let's go back to those early years, perhaps, because you had such a good experience with your dentist, apparently as a child growing up. And that's so important, isn't it, to establish that early on, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think even as I think about my patients now, there are patients who are in their 90s who can recall some dental experience that really set them on a path to, I'm going to call it dental success or dental failure, sort of, where they just avoided dentists at all costs, and now still at 90-plus years old have trepidation. So it really does make a huge difference on how you see your provider and how your provider sees and interacts with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's so important indeed. And it's good you found a good fit right there in Mayodan, it sounds like, for sure.
Yes. So temping there for 2 days, literally only 2 days, and I attempted some other offices, but something was different about this one. And his long-term staff was there, and they were so helpful. So Sheila has been there for 40-plus years, and Peggy's been there for 30-something years, and Tiffany's been there for a number of years as well. And everyone was so helpful and welcoming, and that was from a staff perspective. But also in seeing patients, sometimes as a temp, when you walk in, people are a little hesitant because you're an unfamiliar face. But the patients were wonderful. I can truly say, and over the years that I've been there, I can say that I truly love my patients. I'm so happy to see them. And I love dentistry, and dentistry is fun, but the patients add the character. They add the spice, and I absolutely love every single one of them. It's such a good time to go to work.
Oh, and that's nice when you have that good start to the day, and I can hear the passion, and you and I have talked, and I just appreciate what you're doing, and from what I hear, your patients love you as well. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, true. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you in Mayodan. I know you've been there now really a couple of years, I guess.
Yes.
I want to talk about, you mentioned Sheila and Peggy and some of the folks that have been there for a long time, how important that is to have that longevity and that established personnel there still in that office.
Yes, I think it's very important. I think that even though the first couple of days that I temped there, people were very welcoming to me, but I think the other thing that keeps people coming is a familiar face. And I think that providers, no matter what kind of healthcare provider you are, you always want to see somebody who looks familiar to you, somebody who you know has your best interest at heart. And sometimes seeing a stranger, no matter how kind and friendly they may be, you're still looking for that familiarity. Someone who knows you by name, kind of like Cheers, where everybody knows your name, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So with Sheila and with Peggy, they pretty much know everybody, and when patients come in, like even thinking about this week, the rapport that they have, and that it's like I just kind of folded into what they were already doing, and everybody seems to be on the same page, and just having the same page is having every patient's best care at heart. And so having a familiar face to deliver what you know is, somebody who wants the best for you in terms of your dental care, in terms of your life, in terms of whatever it is that maybe you may be confronting that day.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
I think that having some staff members there with longevity, it just makes everything easier.
There are lots of positives all the way around, it sounds like, and that is vitally important for everyone.
Yes.
Let's talk about Good Smiles and what your practice is all about. What services do you provide, Dr. Good?
Okay, so it's a general dentistry practice, and we do a little of everything. So we do everything from cosmetic dentistry. So if somebody said they want crowns or veneers or whatever, then we do that. But we also do crown and bridge, partials, dentures, fillings, extractions, emergencies. We do pretty much everything, and I can say honestly, with God's grace and His blessing, that we do everything well.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something that we don't do in-house, then we work with other people who we also have established relationships with to make sure that we are getting you the best care. And so that's what we really strive to do, is we strive to meet people where they are in their dental journey and to help them take positive steps forward, no matter what direction they're trying to go in. As I stated, some people are very cosmetic focused, and their teeth are perfectly healthy, and really they want to do some whitening. So we would help you there. But other people are in a different arena, and let's say that maybe they were one of the people who we talked about earlier who had a bad experience along the way and never came back. And so now they're in a situation. And so we help them move forward from that in a way that is positive and where they know for sure that we are doing the right thing for them, that we have their best interest at heart. So that's really what we do. We do it all, and we strive to do it all well. And with the years of experience, not only from my experience, but also with the other people who work at the office, we combine our experiences to figure out the best way forward.
You're such a good communicator in expressing it. You just had your mission statement there, I believe, for Good Smiles. Yeah, just doing the best for everyone. Let's talk about the pandemic and what safety precautions you have in place right now.
Yes. So regarding the pandemic, well, dentistry is different because dentistry has always followed a very high standard of care prior to the pandemic. So now we're doing even more. So we're seeing fewer patients. We're staggering our schedule. We have decreased so we used to allow people, just like most offices, allow people to wait in the waiting room. We had to limit that. And so we have people waiting in their cars for appointments. We have PPE to the max, as in, so we're wearing gowns to protect our patients and each other as well. So we're wearing gowns, 2 masks. So we have our surgical mask as well as our N95, KN95, and we have our hats. Now it's a totally different experience in terms of what you see when you see us, and we have face shields and the whole nine there. And also on sterilization, we dentistry again is different, and we go the extra mile, even from chair bags to instruments. We've always done more than probably many other offices or facilities, just to make sure that you are safe in our environment. And so now this adds a whole new layer of things. So we're doing a lot. We also are doing, we have air filters, our purification system in our operatories. We are just anything that we can think of to help make this a safer environment. And this is a strange time because, the moment you leave your house, you don't know where someone has been or whatever, but we're trying to do everything that we can to keep everyone safe. We're doing temperature checks and trying to help people move through our office safely and efficiently.
A lot of extra expense. The public really has no idea of what you as a dental practice have put into place, but safety precautions, everything, and then extra levels, as you've said. So it's good to know all of that as well. Well, in our closing minute or so here, give us your location, Dr. Good, and your hours, and maybe phone number, contact information as well.
Yes. So we are located at 603 South Ayersville Road in Mayodan, and our hours until Labor Day are Monday through Friday. Right now we're doing 7:30 to 5, and that will be on Mondays and Tuesdays, and Wednesdays and Thursdays we are 8 to 5. And then starting after Labor Day, we will alternate Wednesdays and Fridays off. So that way we open up more appointment times for people who need Friday appointments. But again, the days would be, the hours are 8 to 5. And our phone number is 336-427-8544. And we would love to hear from anyone who needs some help on their dental journey. We are here, and we're excited to meet anyone and everyone. Excited to include them in our patient family.
I know you are, and I like the way you say that. Wherever you are in your dental journey, Good Smiles is there with you. Dr. Good, it's a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm glad we've gotten acquainted here. And I wish you and your staff a good week, and we'll talk again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for including me in Mike Moore Media. I'm really excited about this. Thank you.
I'm delighted that Good Smiles is a part of what we're doing, too. Thank you, Dr. Good.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dr. Nurica Good, she has that family dentistry practice and doing such a good job right there at 603 South Ayersville Road in Mayodan. Again, that phone number is 336-427-8544. 336-427-8544 for Good Smiles, and you can find her on Facebook as well.